Y'all want to talk about the male loneliness epidemic? Those podcast bros have the attention of millions of young, impressionable boys who are forming their identities, and they are preying on and destroying them. They don't want to help men. They want to hurt women. They are creating emotionally stunted, violent, antisocial men. And you should be mad that they are doing this to you. Because scrolling on this app, nobody gets called gay or beta by other men as much as men who love women. Love women. Not lust after women, not want to harm or dominate women, but love women. Any man on here who indicates that he's not scared of having feminine traits or hobbies because he doesn't see women as inferior gets torn apart by his peers in the comments. No one hates a safe, protective man more than the men who claim to be dominant and protective. If you view loving women as emasculating, you should be asking yourself why. And how hypocritical is it that men who preach that women need their protection tear apart any man who shows empathy or sees women as people? They see a safe space and they want to eliminate it because they don't really want to protect women. They're the ones that we need protection from. And God, do they hate it when another man's healthy behavior magnifies just how sick they are. Y'all are being preyed on by violent, predatory men who are damaging you and then blaming it on women so that you don't see that it's them that is causing you all of these problems.
In this woman's word salad of a video, she gets a lot wrong, pretty much all of it, but I will agree with her on the predatory practices, but not in the way she was describing, more so on the monetization side, as a lot of these guys sell overpriced calls, books, courses, beat-ups, boat rides, which will do very little for you than just watching their videos, other than adding slight personalization, and more often than not even living the lifestyle they say, marrying fat twos or getting baby trapped by Chinese spies. That part we can agree on, but the rest is just simply wrong. These guys aren't creating emotionally stunted, violent incel men. That's just your own headcanon on what you think is going on. They are just simply arming men with the knowledge of what women do in relationships and what is best to do when this or that happens, or what she means when this is said. None of the stuff they're saying they're just pulling out of thin air. It comes from decades of men sharing their stories, pulling their knowledge together to help future men avoid it, or how to avoid mistakes if they're already in it. But feminists like her only see it as a hate group because it gets men to stop simping and gets them to live life more for themselves and not accept the scraps of high body count, other kids, or being over 30. That's why she goes on about stuff either no one said, try and reinterpret the meanings, or is not true, like loving women is emasculating, or saying women need men to defend them, but then attack the men who are defending them. This is just stuff she's either making up or reinterpreting to fit her argument. Because when we're talking about defending women, we're talking about actual threats, not their poor choices. Like I said, there's a lot of word salad, lies, and reinterpreting arguments going on here. Even the brain rot manosphere shows don't have anything going on what she's saying here. Just another low IQ feminist thinking she's saying something smart. By speaking fast, throwing a lot of cuts together, and poorly constructed gotcha arguments. I'll end it with this. If these men were truly causing all these issues, then why do all the current day problems existed way before any of these people picked up a mic? Because none of this stuff is really new and has been going on for decades now. What you don't like is men calling you out on it and shining a light so other men can see. That's why you so desperately want to slap the hate label on it, so you can delegitimize it as much as possible, so you can keep all those simps and orbiters. You just don't like that men have a space now that show men all the tricks and pitfalls and that there's an actual better way than how the previous generations were forced to do it.